fungible idiots, don't you know? Banging our heads to the rhythm of the code. We don't care about dollars or the shiny blade. We're just holding to zero. It's our everything. Round tripping positions, that's how we roll. We won't make a dollar, won't sell a thing.
All right, GGMs. Good morning, China. Dude, you're here every day now. Love to see it. Love to see it. All right, let's get in. Sorry if that was a little loud this morning. And a lot going on, especially in the world of politics and crypto here. So let's kick it off with some news. That Ripple's donating $1 million here to help unseat Elizabeth Warren. Love to see that. The Winklevoss twins donating to pro-crypto super PACs. And man, Elon Musk even coming out saying he's donating $45 million a month to a Donald Trump super PAC. It's heating up. None of those stories compare to news that Donald Trump has selected J.D. Vance to be his vice president. Very, very strong pro-crypto candidate here. Very strong. We'll get more into that over on Chain Reactor at 10 a.m. this morning. But did you guys know J.D. Vance is actually the third? How do I say? Okay. Holds the third most Bored Ape Kennel Clubs. Like, was shocked to see that. Absolutely shocked to see that. Knew he was pro-crypto. Didn't know he's an NFT dude. But he is. So we're going to take a deep dive in his wallet coming up here in a little bit here. But yes, holds the third most Bored Ape Kennel Clubs. You kind of love to see it, don't you? Taking a look at crypto. Price holding up decently well considering some big news that will impact the price of crypto. Touch on that in a second here. But right now, Bitcoin at 63,000, almost 64. Keeping a very close eye on this, especially right now with some relatively breaking news here this morning. Again, we'll touch on that in a second. ETH at 3,400, Solana at 157. So as of right this moment, crypto looking pretty damn good. But here's that big news that will absolutely have an impact on the market. The MtGox Bitcoin, it is on the move. It is finally here and happening. This morning, $6 billion worth of this MtGox Bitcoin starting to be moved around. 95, almost 96,000 Bitcoin out of the total about 145,000 Bitcoin that's going to get distributed here. It's a lot of Bitcoin. A lot of it's going to hit the market. Just common sense here, right? A lot of these people who are receiving back some Bitcoin have been holding or have not been able to touch this Bitcoin for 10, 11 years, right? All of them up tremendously. Of course, a lot of that is going to be sold, of course. I think, it's just common sense. We'll see how that impacts the market. I think it will have an impact, probably greater than, honestly, than the German Bitcoin sell-off. It just makes a lot of sense. It's a lot more Bitcoin that's going to hit. Kraken has already received their funds, by the way, and it's not going to take 60 to 90 days. Like in theory, it could take them that long to distribute, but instead they said it'll reach the creditors their users, in just 1 to 2 weeks. So expect that Bitcoin to have a pretty damn quick turnaround, especially on Kraken. Now, other exchanges, again, that 60 to 90 days still applies, but I think that is just the limit of how long it can take. They truthfully can get that turned around much faster. You see that with Kraken right here. So our biggest hope, the thing we're cheering on, is the Bitcoin ETFs, which are still performing incredibly well. Yesterday, another 300 million in inflows in the ETFs. Man, oh man, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days in a row of just massive inflows here. I believe it was the past 7 days we had 1.4 billion in inflows, and if that's a rolling 7 days, I mean, we're up significantly more than that at this point. So ETFs looking strong. That is our one hope here to offset the MtGox Bitcoin. So fingers crossed, let's see how this plays out. But we got a very interesting few months ahead of us, again, in politics, but also here directly in the market. Should be exciting at the very least. Taking a look at the NFT market here. Cross-chain NFT sales yesterday coming in at 15.8 million. Unique sellers down, unique buyers up. Love seeing those two heading in opposite directions there. Transactions down and trade profits actually falling again. Negative 711,000 yesterday. Today, not terrible. Negative 115,000 this morning, guys. And then taking a look at your top collections that are moving this market. Couple more brand new of these garbage collections on Polygon. And I say garbage, you guys, we've looked into this. These are not wash trading. It's pure money laundering here. Assuming, without doing a deep dive, because we've just seen this over and over, basically daily now, assuming these are exactly that with so few buyer sellers, but such high volume there, assuming this is that. So we'll skip them. We've got a BRC20 collection that is your top NFT collection. They are fungible tokens, but traded behind an NFT. Then we got Node Monks, Bored Ape Yacht Club, Bitcoin Puppets, D-Market Dozuki, SMB, and then we're going to move these three up. So CryptoPunks, Bitcoin Frogs, and Quantum Cats will take the place of those Polygon collections. Some really great collections here in the top 10. A lot of PFPs, so don't ever buy into this idea that PFPs are dead or never coming back, man. Never think that again. They will always be here. Top collectibles that are sold in the past 24 hours, we have a Bitcoin shroom here. Selling for 2.29 Bitcoin, guys. Almost 150 grand. Some CryptoPunks and other, two more shrooms, actually. A Bored Ape and an Azuki, you the real MVP. So some really nice NFTs on the move here this morning. Love to see it, fam. All right, we got some exciting mint details from the CyberKongz yesterday for the brand new Untitled collection on Bitcoin. Remember, this is the first ever Ordinals collection to mint using a rune. This is awesome. So 222 edition collection, tiny. Guys, this is tiny, and this is coming in just 2 days here, so dropping on Thursday. The cost is $1 million decentralized, so really interesting drop here. So small, you better believe there's going to be a Bitcoin version of Gas Wars over there, so be prepared to really pump those fees. And honestly, just myself, I'm getting prepared to go buy on secondary. That's most likely where I'm going to be getting my my Untitled. There is a name for these, I think. As of right now, they're anonymous. Well, okay, initially I was thinking that would probably change. No, I think it actually is called anonymous. That'll be the name of these characters, which are some form of god in the Kongz ecosystem. That's what it looks like to me. So really cool. Can't wait to see the collection in full. But the art teases look incredible. So really excited for that. Moving on, man, we got some Yuga Labs news. I don't know. It's not all good news, though. First, this is good news, to be honest, this part here. But the Ape Chain testnet is going live today, guys. So this came up pretty quick, but this is called Curtis. That's the name of the testnet. Again, live today. Really interesting stuff here, though, guys. People calling out or questioning why ETH needs L2s. But then ApeCoin itself replied, who told you it's an L2, okay? This is being built off of Arbitrum last I heard, right? So has it changed? Is this actually an L3, not an L2? Or has it changed entirely, and is this actually a brand new L1? I don't know. I don't know if this is just pure having fun in the replies. I'm not sure. So we'll learn a lot today once that chain goes live and people can dig into contract addresses and get on those nodes and start playing around if it's open, right? If it's open for people to connect to and start using. But honestly, pretty big news. There's still technically nobody bigger here than Yuga Labs. So love to see them building regardless of the FUD out there. And yes, there is more FUD this morning in their ecosystem. This is around Made by Apes. Guys, this kind of blindsided me this morning. If you go on the Made by Apes site, first off, I don't even know that it exists right now. I tried getting there, and it just takes you to the main Yuga Labs homepage, right? Made by Apes, as of the time of this tweet, all the projects, all the businesses who are in Made by Apes gone. Other than one at the time of this tweet here, there was only one brand that was sitting there on the site. Again, as of now, I can't even find it. There's some drama here behind the man behind Sassy Labs, who is powering Made by Apes, who has basically built out that site, and Garga. So it sounds like Yuga Labs is moving away from that man and his tool and actually building Made by Apes directly in-house now. This is after some security issues on the site, which this is where it's going to get interesting and more details will come out. But it looks like user data was somehow accessible on the Made by Apes site. I think Garga was trying to call out Richie Rich, who, again, is responsible for building out that platform. But Garga actually posted one of his DMs. I don't know if that's Luca Nets there, but Luca, we'll assume it's Luca Nets. Don't know if it is, but looks like he DM'd Garga and told him he saw some data issues with the site. So I don't know. I don't know if Richie Rich is to blame here, or if it truthfully was something more in the hands of Yuga Labs. Regardless, more details will come out about this, but it's not great seeing more FUD on the timeline about Yuga Labs, and that's mostly, when I search it, that's mostly all I see. So hoping they can weather yet another storm. Hopefully it's not a big storm here, but putting that in front of you guys, yeah, more news out of that ecosystem. God, hope these guys can turn it around quickly. Still rooting for them, like always. Moving on now to Chromie Squiggles. Man, I was excited about this last week. We knew the final mint in that collection was coming up. We didn't know if it would be minted this week or next week, but I think it's getting minted right around now if it's not minted already. The more exciting part of this is, none of us are getting that final mint, but we get to experience it by signing that final mint, which is so damn cool, right? So the signing process is now open. You can send ETH over to squigglefarewell.eth, and sign that final squiggle. So it's an iconic collection. The final mint is an iconic part of the collection now. Keep in mind, any ETH you send over to that contract to sign is going to get kicked right back to you. So you're not out any ETH other than the fees to transfer your ETH, but you do get to be part of that historic collection. I'm absolutely going to do this. In fact, I'll probably do it live on the next show. So it should be pretty damn cool. Maybe we'll do that together. But just a heads up, that is live now. And if you want at the very end here, I'll drop that contract address, or I'll drop the ENS in the chat so you guys can send ETH over too. But really, really cool moment. Pudgy Penguins. Okay, not really news here, but man, I collect the Pudgy Penguin toys. I collect all kinds of action figures and stuff. And whenever the Pudgy Penguins have a new limited edition vinyl, I get it right on the site and I try to buy it. And they're usually gone in an instant. Honestly, they're gone, instantly. I've never had a chance to actually get one. So Pudgy Penguins had another 250 edition vinyl yesterday. Might be $2.99, by the way. I'm not... Yeah, I think it's $2.50. We can peek. Anyway, this went live yesterday. Didn't even try. I didn't even try to get this. Again, just assuming it would be gone as soon as it went live. Shockingly, it's still there. I don't know if that's a comment about this space. You know, times are different now. I don't know if people have just ended up not loving these. I will say, because I've missed all the previous ones, I've gone on eBay. I've priced them on secondary. I've reached out to some of the sellers just to get more details about them. And, man, if you're flipping these on secondary, you're not making much. So that might be a part of why these aren't selling out so quickly. I am trying to figure out, though, if they're... Oh, okay, it's 199 of these, right? It's not 250. It's not 299. It's under 200. I'm really surprised this didn't sell out. Really, really surprised. So if you were ever in the market for one of these limited edition Pudgies, you can still grab one right now. So this I'll also drop the link to. These are cool, by the way. They're about this big. They're much bigger than the traditional Pudgy vinyls, you know, which are around yay big, and much bigger than the little tiny guys. So these are really cool. Tempted, but if you are more looking to flip this on eBay or something, good luck. It doesn't really work out for you. All right, final little bit of news for you. If you missed the Ubisoft Champions Tactic Mint a few months back, right? It was a free mint. If you missed it, you get another chance today. There are more of these Champion NFTs going live today. I'm not sure if it's part of the exact same series or if it's a secondary collection, but a whole bunch of these going live today. It is yet again a free mint, but 75,000 of them going live. I will also drop this mint and a link to it. And let's see, this is going live. See if I can calculate this around 2:30, I think 2:30 p.m. Eastern time today. So if you did want to get in that ecosystem on the Oasis blockchain, you got another shot today. The first collection, by the way, we're at a $250 floor price, so not bad for a free mint. 75,000 more hitting the ecosystem. Probably is going to affect the price a bit, but cool regardless to see Ubisoft in this ecosystem here. Here's your second chance. There's your update this morning, fam. Let me run through some comments. Again, Choina, always great seeing you, brother. Tobias, good morning. Dude, Choina, if I could, I'd go earlier. I like going, I used to get up at 4 a.m. to prep for the show when I would edit it. I would love to go live at like 5 a.m. It's a little crazy, especially my kids are sleeping, but glad you like the time. I'm an early bird, man. Oceans GM, Charles GM, sir, Gravity GM, great seeing you, brother. And Benny, always a pleasure having you hopping in here, bro. All right, guys. Again, 10 a.m. Eastern time over on SlamX Official over on YouTube, SlamXIO over on X. Going into all today's stories, got some other headlines that I picked out that it didn't show here that we'll dive into on that show, but lots to talk about, especially in the world of politics, especially with the RNC going on right now. It's getting spicy out there. Fingers crossed that MtGox stuff doesn't wreck us here. I think we'll be okay. Anyway, I'll see you guys in a few hours. Appreciate you stopping by. Remember to subscribe to Inside NFTs, and I'll see you later. Peace.